Hey Libra, welcome to your May 2024 reading. My name is Shay. Let's go ahead and hop into these cards. I did pre-shuffle so that we can get the reading started and we don't have to do all that shuffling. So let's get into it. So the first card that I got for your month, the overall theme, the overall message is you are very close to your goal, Gibbous Moon. Okay, and the Gibbous Moon card is pretty much giving us the energy of things are at a peak. Things are getting intense. Things are picking up. The momentum is picking up. So there may be something going on in your life where you feel like, okay, you're working at it. You're on the right track. You're pushing forward. And it almost, you can feel that something's about to happen. Something's about to break through, or maybe you can feel a little bit anxious because you're like, okay, what the heck is going on here? But all in all, you're on the right track. It's just a matter of there's a few things that you need to do, and you also need to be very careful and watch your step. Okay. And that'll go into the rest of your reading, but let's get into your tarot cards. So we have the World card first out in reverse. We have the Seven of Wands in reverse, and we have the Seven of Pentacles in reverse. So this month, it may be a little hard to follow through on the things that you say you want to do, okay? It seems like you're working towards a goal, and just to make it more like cut and dry, for some of you, it may be like your work, a goal you're trying to accomplish, and it could be as simple as like you're trying to make this much money or put this much money away, or you're trying to do this or you're trying to do that. Like, it can be a very simple goal, but it seems like a lot of things are poking at you. Things are taking too long. Maybe you've already actually given up on it. If it's a job, you probably feel like you've put in so much work and so much effort, and no matter how much, like how meticulous you are and how careful you are, it seems like there's always something that goes wrong, or it's always something that kind of stresses you the heck out. And again, it doesn't have to be a job. I'm just giving it as an example because that's like the one that keeps beaming in my head, okay, Libra? But there's something that you're just like, okay, this can't go on any longer the way that it is. So you might be ready to give up. The thing is, if there's no plan, if you haven't put certain things in place to ensure that the job gets done well, it kind of could blow up a little bit in your face. Okay, we talking about the Gibbous Moon card. So again, if there's anything you need to finish before you leap to the next thing or decide that you're going to give up, try to follow it through this month. I feel like it's one of those months where things are just hard because they're hard. Also, again, if you gave up on something too early or too soon, or if you just find yourself being impatient, consider that as well. There may be something that you need to do. Something that I'm picking up is if you are to finish a task, you'll probably feel more hopeful with it. So again, using that job example, if you are to finish out the month, the year, whatever, the project that you're working on, whatever it is, when it's done, you'll see like, oh, all of that, extra stress was actually worth it. Or, oh, me staying until the end of the quarter was worth it because I got a better job offer. Something of that nature. Like, that may be a better suited for you as well. Now, for others of you, it just may be a matter of needing closure from certain situations, especially socially or romantically. And it's going to look like a broad spectrum of things, but I'll just put it like this. There's something that you feel like has been unfinished, and you want to kind of finish it. You want to have the conversation. You want to figure it out. You want to heal from something. There's something that you may be trying to kind of wrap up in the meantime, in between time. It's almost as if someone wasn't prepared for something, or like you feel a little bit like poked and prodded in some way for some of you. So that may be just something that comes into play with your social relationships. It doesn't feel necessarily like a bad month, because whatever's happening in your life now, Libra, is for you. Like, whatever it is, good or bad, because I know somebody gonna be like, you telling me this bad situation is for me? Actually, yes, because it's meant to grow you, heal you, show you a different direction, regardless. Even if it's not something that you would have chosen for yourself, sometimes there's a lesson in that in the universe. One thing they're gonna do is teach some lessons, okay? So that's all it is. But I don't think you're having a bad month. I think there's just some impatience and needing to follow through with some things. And like I said, if somebody's poking and prodding at you, we'll get into that in your relationship section, but I feel like that's something like someone's poking you or kind of like attacking you or like coming at your character. That might be something that comes up this month. But let's get into your career real quick just to see what's up. What does the zodiac sign Libra need to know about their career and finances in May 2024? What does the zodiac sign Libra need to know about their finances in May? Make it abundantly clear for me, Spirit. Okay, first card out is Nugget. It says small increase, valuable info, honest assessment. Moon. It says fleeting funds, unknown source, being guided, and gift. Giving and receiving, sudden windfall, generosity. Something may happen within your career this month, Libra, that will help you assess what type of changes you need to make. Again, if you are looking for a new job or considering a new job, this may be one of those situations where you're like, okay, this isn't working for me. What type of jobs do I want to get into? What do I want to do? Maybe for some of you, if you have a business, you may be assessing your income outcome this year, this month, whatever, trying to figure out, okay, how's it been going and are we on the right track? But I do think just overall, we're trying to figure out if what we're doing is worth doing. Again, you're close to achieving your goal. You're at that point where it's time to see if what we've been doing, is it working? Okay, so that may be something that's really on your mind in the month of May. I do see you guys getting a little bit of a small increase, but with fleeting funds right next to it, it feels as though you get this increase, but it doesn't feel like it's doing anything. It's like you're appreciative for the increase, but then you're also kind of like, I need my money, or I need a little more money today. Like, what is that? Like, it almost feels like your boss might give you, or whoever may give you some extra cash, and it's like, okay, thanks, but also like this still isn't what I need, you know, or what I deserve for some of you to make ends meet, or to make the moves that you want to make. More specifically, okay? So you may be guided to try something new, do something new when it comes to your career. Follow that guidance. Don't, overthink yourself, because it could be just, like I said, it could be as simple as changing your attitude about a project, or changing something minor that ends up being a big change within your career. But that may be something that you're trying to do. I feel like a lot of you may be following yourself when it comes to what you do next in your finances and your career. Whereas like before, you may have been doing a lot of things out of obligation, or even out of what you thought would make a lot of money or a lot of progress. Now it's, oh, I'm just going to do what I want to do. Or now, oh, you know what? That's not working, so I'm going to just do this. We love this. We love to see that. I also think there's going to be a lot of people coming through for you. Maybe a lot of gifts, maybe a lot of sending you a little extra cash out money. Like there's something going on with your finances where people are being very generous to you. So again, this feels outside of work. This doesn't feel like anything that has to do with what you do for a living or what you do to make money. It feels like people are just kind of giving things to you or being kind to you. You may also decide to pick up a side job, or maybe you've already had a side job. I mean, that's neither here nor there. I don't really feel any messages for that. You may be working 2 jobs, multiple jobs. I just think it's to offset your funds. But I think, Libra, you may start thinking about ways to increase your funds so that you don't have to do both. If you do it because you enjoy it, that's one thing. But if you're doing it because you kind of have to, I think this month you might start really considering, okay, I need one source of income, or I need one job, and then I can do my business, like that sort of thing. Okay. There's a lot of fresh starts, career building, maybe even going on vacation for some of you, or planning a vacation. I just heard like I need a break type energy. Heard, okay? But I'm not really seeing nothing in your career. I think your general has a lot more to do with your career than it has to do with your like romantic or social life. So let's get into that. What does Libra need to know about their love and relationships in May 2024? What does Libra need to know about their love and relationships? What does the zodiac sign Libra need to know about their love and relationships in May 2024? Okay. First card out is staying in. Second card out is bold move. Next card out is just so done. And fourth is the screw. Hold on, y'all. I'm still trying to get used to this blur, honey. Okay. For anybody, okay. Well, I guess I'm gonna speak in general, Libra, because this could apply to your relationship as well. It seems as though generally you're taking a step back energetically. And not, for some of you, it won't be in a way where you're like upset or you're hurt. But I think for a lot of you, it's like, I'm just kind of staying to myself. I'm just worried about myself. Relationship or not, like, yes, you may still be there for your partner and love your partner, whatever. But there's like a need to kind of focus on what you have to do right now. The job, the work, the making sure the house is clean, making sure this is happening. Like, whatever is going on in your life that's important to you, your priorities may be more on outside of the relationship than inside of the relationship, and not necessarily in a negative way. Okay, Libra. For my single people, there may be a lot of inward focus, because I think for some of you, a recent, doesn't have to be recent, but some relationship where you feel like you put yourself on the line, you put yourself out there to try to get to know someone or whatever, love someone, and it didn't go well. So you're kind of in this space where you're just like done with relationships as a whole, not necessarily with them. In May, you may or may not, this may be a situation that happens where you put yourself out on the line, you ask them out, whatever, you start talking to them, whatever, and it doesn't work out. But I don't think that this doesn't feel current. Like, it doesn't feel like it's happening within the month. It feels like something that has already happened. So you're just kind of like, forget it. I'm going to worry about myself. I'm going to worry about myself, and I'm going to do what I need to do. And, and this also can be vice versa with those who have a partner. Like, your partner can be very busy, and because I'm picturing someone who's a little bit obsessive about their partner in Libra fashion, a little bit obsessive about their partner and what they're doing and like why they're not being present with you. But in reality, it's like a reasonable reason. Like, they may have work, they may have, y'all just had a baby, they got a baby, like something's going on where it's like they really are working on their priorities, but it may be causing you to feel as though they're ignoring you or they're not as present as you need them to be at this time. Okay, there's like a need to be proactive in your relationships, or you may decide to be proactive and go talk to someone, get to know someone, apologize to someone, whatever the case may be. But I feel like there just may be a little bit of rejection, or the feeling of rejection going on. Okay, so you might turn your back on a situation, or just in general, it just may not be something that's on your mind. Like I said in the beginning of the reading, it doesn't have to be in a F everybody type of vibe. It could just literally be in a, well, I'm just going to shift my focus kind of way. Which, how can you really be mad about that? I don't really see anything about, because I feel like someone is kind of antagonizing you. What's going on in Libra's relationships? Any big themes for Libra's relationships with others in general in May 2024? Yeah. Someone might feel like you're hiding something, or vice versa. You can feel like they're hiding something. Keep it general. But someone could feel like you're hiding something, or that you're being like untrustworthy or of some sort, and they be trying to get that out of you. And it just doesn't have to be romantically. It could be as simple as like you keep to yourself, and then someone's trying to like figure out what's wrong with you, or why you so quiet. Stuff like that. Also, and this could be vice versa too. Also consider, if you're dealing with one person and then you're kind of like floating over, trying to like flirt with and get to know somebody else, that might come up too. So just be careful. Just be careful about that, because that could create a mess, even if not this month, just in general. There's something like that may be going on in the situation. It's like, and it feels like it doesn't even get a chance to blossom. It's like the moment you text someone else, it's like a partner or whoever you're dealing with is like, or vice versa. Again, finish the task before things get ugly. But you may also be going out, being social, things of that nature. Keep it to yourself and just trying to take care of yourself. And there's nothing wrong with that, okay, Libra? But that is all I am seeing for you in May 2024. Thank you so much for watching this video. Leave a comment below to let your girl know how you feel about this. And I hope you are having an amazing month. See you in the next one. Bye. Hey, Scorpio. Welcome to your May 2024 reading. My name is Shay. I did pre-shuffle because we want to get rid of all that shuffling. And then we're going to get into the rest of your read, okay? So, first card out for your overall message and theme is actually 2. Okay, balance spirituality and practicality, as well as bring love into the situation. We got full moon in Pisces and new moon in Aquarius. Full moon in Pisces, that card pretty much asks you to get your head out of the clouds, you know what I'm saying, and be realistic about what's actually going on. Like, whatever you're dreaming about, whatever your goal is, now we kind of have to put the work into it. So doing both. This could be an obvious message of like, being in your spiritual bag, but also being practical, or vice versa, being practical, but also making sure you're keeping your spirit aligned. Now, with the new moon in Aquarius card, it's pretty much asking you to, again, be more practical, but in a very individual way. Like, you don't have to be too so pragmatic that you leave other people out, or like, you know, are rude to folks, but at the same time you may have to come to the realization that things are on you. So both cards are essentially asking you to be realistic in May, okay? Being realistic with yourself and doing what you have to do. So let's get into your tarot cards. First card out is the Devil. Okay, with his abs, y'all. And then we have the Two of Cups. And then we have the Seven of Swords. Y'all, if this ain't the most Scorpio reading, I know a Scorpio out there really hated that I said that. But it's so like dark and deep and temptation, and it's hilarious. Okay, so anywho, Scorpio, the immediate message that I got, and this may not apply for all of you. If it don't apply, let it fly. I want to hear it. But it feels as though you may be in a dream state. If you guys have recently fell in love with someone, or recently got into a relationship, or recently dove into like indulged yourself in some sort of habit, it may be that it's taking away from your reality. For those of who have fell in love, or even fell in heavy like with someone, it may be taking away from what's really going on around you. Again, it feels as though we're just up all night, we're kissing, we're hugging, we're loving, we're in our own little world, and we're not necessarily getting things done. For some of you, it may be that you're so in love that you're not doing what you need to be doing. Like, we're not going to work, or we've taken a 7-month vacation. Like, we've not talked to our friends or family in like 6 weeks. Like, it's something in that realm. And again, you plug in where it applies to you if you know that this is generally for you. But it just feels like it's distracting from what's going on. It's not necessarily a good or bad thing, but this feels like a wake up call. So you may find yourself needing to do something about that. Now, a lot of extra cards fell out for you, Scorpio, and I will say this: there is this energy of like, it's not what it seems, whatever it is, okay? Whatever, like, someone may not be who they seem, or what they are promising, or what they put on the table. I felt for some of you when these cards came out, like your job. Again, somebody's been promising you a promotion. Somebody, you know, you finna move over to a new job. Something's finna happen, and then you get there, and it's like, what's this? This ain't what y'all promised me. This ain't the reality of the situation. Like, that's the thing, that you may feel a little bombarded, or you may feel like you're realizing the truth, or maybe even for some of you, it may be that you feel a little bit like an imposter, right? Like, you had this idea how things are gonna go in a situation, and it's just not been going that way. Now, again, it doesn't have to be the worst thing ever. Like, it could just be as simple as, dang, I didn't know this was going to be this hard. I didn't know this was going to be this complicated. Do I really want to do this? I thought I did, but I guess I don't. Like, there's a few questions coming up, okay? Especially with the Two of Wands. And again, these are just side cards, so you don't have to commit them to memory. But the Two of Wands is kind of like, we know we have to go, but we're not necessarily prepared. We're not necessarily taking that leap. It may be time to take that leap, okay? That leap into more stability, that leap into groundedness within your life overall, okay? So apply that where you may, whether these scenarios resonate for you or not, Scorpio. Overall, we need to start being realistic, because it almost feels like regardless, it's happening anyway. If someone bamboozled you, it's happening. So what are we going to do? If it's time for you to leave a job, it's happening. What are we going to do? Like, it's not, you know, it's like, okay, it's time for us to really walk in that reality now, okay? So let's see what's going on in your career and finances. What does Scorpio need to know about their career and finances in May 2024? Spirit guides, clarify. What do my Scorpios need to know about in May 2024 in their career and finances? Ooh, one more, Spirit. I can feel it. Okay, gold. Gold says solid finances, investing, integrity, deep values. Okay. Turtle. It says money coming slowly, steady progress. Okay, I'm sorry, y'all. Cards done flew out everywhere. Pendulum. It says fluctuating income, indecision, and new strategy. And then we have cup. Boop. There we go. It says overflowing prosperity, full or empty bank account. This is either for like different groups of people, or this is the same situation. So I'm gonna describe both. For some of you, we're getting a lot of solid finances. Things are going great. Money's coming in. Again, the new job has more money. Money's coming from left and right, from the business, from your investments, whatever. On the other hand of you, some of you, it's good some days it ain't. Okay, maybe a specific scenario I got from someone is being like on some type of leave, or like the business being slow. So it's like money's trickling in more than pouring in. So you're fine, but you're also not necessarily where you want to be. So that may be the thing. But the thing is, you're making progress towards something different, okay? So that's the only thing when it comes to finances. For some of you, like I said, this could be two different groups of people. Some of y'all is rolling the dough, and some of y'all may be trying to figure out where the dough has went. But again, hey, you're doing what you got to do. If you are moving into a new stage in your career, because for some of you, it's in your life overall, but your finances may be tied into that. If you find yourself moving into a new stage in May, it just may be really hard to make that transition. It may be really hard to get comfortable where you are. It may be really hard to get like realistic about the fact that you're moving around or that something's different. Like it almost feels like there's some indecision, but there's also some things just moving really, really slowly. So you can't really get acclimated fast enough, if that makes any sense. Like you probably want to be acclimated. You probably want to be used to it already. But then there's an element of like, this is really uncomfortable, or this person's getting in my way, or this paperwork is moving too slowly. There's something going on there, okay? You may even try something new and different in your career. Even if it's not new in terms of a new title or a new path, it may be just like you may just try a different strategy altogether. Okay, I'm gonna try this instead of that this month and see how it goes. I feel like someone's struggling with their integrity when it comes to their career, because you don't want, like I said earlier, like you don't want to seem like an imposter. You don't want to seem like you led someone astray or anything like that. So that may be a theme that comes up in the month of May when it comes to your finances. But know that overall, Scorpio, you're making progress. Okay, you're making progress in your career for sure. It's just a matter of, are you ready and prepared for it? Like, do you have the mentality? I don't even want to say the skill, because I know you got the skill, period. But do you have the mindset or the preparation for whatever is about to come? Okay, and I think that may be the biggest thing this month is like, am I really ready for whatever's coming next? Okay. So careers and just themes in your career that may be relevant: banking, being in a position for a long time, doing work that satisfies you, moving for work or moving to a new job, seasonal work, doing a job change, making new choices in your career, being a nurturer, taking care of your business, period, and feeling fulfilled in your career. Also, there may be a little bit of burnout too, or maybe one thing that you were doing in your career was burning you out, and now like you don't have to do those things anymore. That might be something that's important too. Or vice versa. You weren't burnt out before, now you burnt out. Something like that. So let's move on to your love and relationships in May. Give a quick read to see what's going on there. What does Scorpio need to know about their love life in May 2024? What is going on with Scorpio in their love and relationships? What does Scorpio need to know? What does zodiac sign Scorpio need to know about their relationships in May? Reckless is the first card out. It says acting recklessly, getting lit, highly volatile relationship and personality. Use precautions and protection. There is the Siren. Alluring, seductive, enticing, threatening, vindictive, rebellious. Okay, very similar energy. Just so done. Mentally tapped, emotionally spent, physically drained, spiritually depleted, ready to make a change, and glam it up. Okay, bring your A game, hitting the town, making effort, edgy venue, finishing touches, and stylish. Again, okay, the first thing that I'm hearing is that For some of you, your love life is kind of blowing up. It may have felt like that for a while. It may feel like you're in these reckless relationships, or these relationships where you pursue and then something weird happens. The people aren't who you thought they were, or vice versa. I just heard for somebody, like, they don't take it as seriously as you do. Like, you may be super intense and like ready and open, and they just maybe very closed off and like keeping that air of mystery, but like not in a good way. I wouldn't say ignoring, but definitely not returning what you're trying to do. Okay, so for some of you, you may have just decided to stop dating altogether, or like you're still dating, but like you kind of sick of it at this point. Like, you just like, ugh, oh, how many times do I have to deal with this? Like, this is so annoying. Like, I get it. I for sure get it. If you're in a relationship, like I said, we're keeping with that same theme of like we're intertwined a little too much. So for some of you, you may have a partner. You and your partner may argue a lot. You guys may, like, it feels like it's given very much toxic love, very much like intoxicating love, where it's like, today we're fighting, tomorrow we're like doing it on the sink. Like, like, you know, okay, tomorrow we're jealous because yo uncle, cousin, brother twice removed called you, and then tomorrow we're like, you know, I don't know, getting married on the beach. Like, it just feels like there's this constant up and down, and it's almost a little bit reckless. It's almost a little bit ridiculous, a little bit for some of you. Okay, it's almost threatening. And I'm like, for some of you, you may be dealing with a lot, like, not a lot, but your last relationship or two have been a little bit like F boy, F girl-y. So that may be the issue too, is just like, it's like you match for various reasons, but then there's still like this constant continuous issue that keeps popping up. Okay, so that may be something that you're dealing with when it comes to your lovers or your love life in May. There is some possibility for going out a lot, wanting to take your mind off things, getting out, getting cute. For somebody, I just heard revenge makeover. You get a new hairstyle, you get a new wardrobe, you go to the spot that you know they're gonna be at and be looking cute, stuff like that. It may not even be centered around them, though. It just may be this new energy of confidence, especially, like I said, if the last couple were just not working out, you're probably like, forget it, I'm gonna just be fine and go mind my business and see what happens. Okay, so there's kind of a little bit of a fatigue. I'm not gonna necessarily say that there's a breakup. I just feel like there's a little bit of an exhaustion and intoxication. So I feel like on the best side, there's a intoxication with whoever you're dealing with, but on the worst side, it's like we're just doing entirely too much, and we need to figure out what's going on. Okay, my love. Now, there definitely could be someone outside of your life. I'm hearing coworker, doesn't have to be, but there could be somebody outside of your life that you discover has either told a lie, or has been, you know, they're up to something, or being a little bit too closed off for your comfort. That may be something that comes up as well. Okay, my love. But that is all I'm seeing for your May 2024, Scorpio. I hope you have an amazing May. See you in the next one, Scorpio. Bye. Hey, Sagittarius. Welcome to your read for May 2024. My name is Shay. Let's hop into these cards. I did pre-shuffle so that we can skip all of that shuffling. Let's get into it. So first card, your overall message and theme is the North Node. Step out of your comfort zone. Not me forgetting what it says that fast. Okay, so step out of your comfort zone is exactly what it says. Moving toward something new, toward something that is different from your current circumstances, or maybe even your past. Okay, doing something completely different. It also is kind of urging you to stand on your own 2 feet and kind of do something new. And I feel like for some reason that stuck out for me, Sagittarius, is that it may be something that you've been leaning on, depending on, relying on, maybe even having a habit of doing, and now you're just like, you know what, I'm gonna do something completely different out of my comfort zone, and that more aligns with who I am. Okay, so let's get into these tarot cards. First card out is the Queen of Pentacles, looking regal and gorgeous. Okay, and then we also have the Star, the Nine of Wands in reverse, and the Fool in reverse. So in May, you may decide, or maybe you have already decided, to make a different financial position, maybe stand in your power somehow. For some of you, it may look like going to school. It may look like changing jobs. For some of you, it may look like pursuing a relationship or a something different when it comes to who you socialize with and who you spend your time with. So those may be very important themes this month. It actually brings a lot of satisfaction and a lot of like self-satisfaction, I guess is what I'm trying to say. It just will bring a lot of self-satisfaction. For some of you, a lot of abundance, especially when it comes to the new job or maybe even school. Because again, abundance isn't always financial. Sometimes it's just like, hey, I'm learning a lot. I'm doing something new. I feel more confident. And I think that's something that you may be experiencing, especially after a time where you felt like there's been nothing but disappointment, nothing but losses, nothing but almost bad luck. The key, though, is to not find yourself stepping backwards and being a little naive. I immediately picked up with the Fool card and the 9 of Wands in reverse that you may find yourself in a situation where you're being asked to trust and step out of your comfort zone, but either you don't do your research or you don't really pay attention to what's going on, and then things kind of go weird, or you realize how much you've been sheltered and kind of keeping yourself away from this new experience, which is not a Sagittarius trait whatsoever. You guys typically do the exploring, but I think there's an element of just always doing the same thing or always doing something one way, or I guess in a way you're just realizing what you didn't know. So to apply this to romantically, if you've always dated a certain type of person, you may have always thought that's who you were supposed to end up with. I get along with these type of people, this sign, this, this race, this, whatever, this tax bracket. But then you start dating someone new and you realize, wow, it's something that I'm missing out on. And it's a lot of things that make me uncomfortable and make me feel inexperienced, right? Because, hey, I've never dated someone who's from this culture or religion. I've never dated someone who has been all over the world, different things. So you may have that kind of insecurity kind of come up, but face your fear. Face your fear, get over it, do what you gotta do. Okay, and then the same applies for job, school, work, because you may be afraid that, hey, maybe I'm out of my element, maybe I don't know what I'm doing, maybe, blah, 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 blah. Maybe I'm being a disappointment to other people. But hey, we gotta stand on our feet. We gotta figure out what to do about this. If you feel like you've disappointed yourself or you feel like you're scared, like the only way to undo any of that is to walk forward. Okay, what's next now? We've had our moment to feel bad. We've had our moment to feel, like we messed up or whatever, guilt, whatever, shame. But now it's time to move forward, okay? No need to obsess about the situation. Just gotta do something different, okay, my love? So let's get into it. Also, earth signs, Capricorn, Taurus, Virgo, maybe an Aquarius, and like someone younger, or maybe being younger yourself, like the youngest sibling or the youngest person in your class or whatever the case may be. Okay, but know that whatever's going on is to help you grow, regardless of how it turns out after May. This is to grow you. This is to give you life experience. So don't shy away from it just because it's uncharted territory. That's the word I'm looking for. Okay, let's get into your career and finances. What's going on for my Sagittariuses when it comes to their finances and their career? What's going on? Pendulum. Okay, fluctuating income, indecision, new strategy. Okay, butterfly. Such a pretty card. Sudden change, frivolous spending, short-term loan, and let's see. What's going on with Sagittarius in their career and finances? What are my Sagittarius experiencing in their career and finances? Okay. Financial commitment. Well, ring. Which says financial commitment and long-term investment. Okay, and then we have nugget. Hello, nugget. Small increase, valuable info on honest assessment. Okay, so some of you may be opening a business. Again, it feels like you're starting something new when it comes to your career. And when we think new, I think sometimes we think like good new, because like for some of you it may be good new as in a business, school, something you're excited about. For others of you it's like a new chapter in life. So you just left the job, you just left the area, you just left school, like something like that. But either way, it's brand new. So money might be a little funny because of that. Again, for those who are starting a new project or a new business or whatever, money might be funny because you just make this big financial commitment, right? It's like, it's a lot of money. It's an investment. It's not something that you can just kind of throw away when you get ready, when you get bored, when you want to travel the world. It's something that you have to actually stick to. For others of you, if you just left something to go into a new chapter, money might be funny because you need a new job, you know. And for somebody specific, I must say, the reason why money is funny, especially if you've had a long-term job or situation when it comes to your finances, it may be that the reason why it's not working is because it's not supposed to. Like, the reason why you're not making more money or seeing an increase is because there's something new that you're supposed to be doing or trying. So I want somebody to consider that as well. It's time for a new strategy, okay? So if you don't have a strategy in May, you're going to be seriously thinking about one. because you need some money, probably. You probably don't know what's going on or what you want to do, but hey, I'm going to do something different. And that's for only some of you. But it's time for a new strategy. It's time for, getting better about our money. Because like I said, I'm hearing for somebody that you might have made a big commitment and then you decided to change your mind because now you want something different. Again, that's a two-sided message. Make sure you're not running from something because it's out of your comfort zone. And the second message is, now that you've ran away from something that you knew wasn't for you, let's get back into alignment. What do we want to do? Like, you know what I mean? What does that actually look like, okay? Things that may be relevant in your career in May. Seasonal work. I heard for somebody like working at like clothing stores and stuff. Like, I don't know, those stores like Ross, stuff like that. Job change, making new choices in your career. You could be into arts. You can be into movement or dance, working a temporary job, doing something fun for work. You could get into some sort of partnership. We'll see how that comes out into your love life. You could work with somebody and have a fulfilling career. You might have a fresh start in your career or in your, just overall in your life, and steady work and career building. Okay. Yeah. Seems like we're trying to build something new. Oh, I just heard for somebody, build your reputation too. Like, you may be trying to build up your experience. You know what I mean? Like, experience working, like when I say reputation, if you work at a certain job and you're new, you may be trying to like build your rapport with everyone. Okay, so let's get into your love and relationships. What does the zodiac sign Sagittarius need to know about their romantic relationships in May 2024? What does Sagittarius need to know about their romantic relationships in May? Okay. What do they need to know about their social life overall in May 2024? What is Sagittarius experiencing in their social life? Okay, first thing out is what a catch. It says ideal partner, mate, abundance, self-esteem, value. The answer is yes, marriage material. And we see that with the ring too. So some of y'all might be getting married, okay? Or be married or be committed. Puppet master. Pulling your strings, narcissist, manipulation, control, assert yourself, addictive relationship. We also have try me. Try me. It says not in the mood. The answer is no. Pissed off, on the chopping block, fed up, things need to change. And then we have me and my ego for your social card. In general, pride or fear in the way, not contacting you but thinking of you, replaying over in mind. It's so much going on here, y'all. I'm not going to hold you. I'm picking up a lot of things. First thing I'm picking up is some of you may have met your match. You met someone that you've probably been with it for a long time. So if you're in a relationship and it's happy, the following messages may not be for you because I'm not picking up very many fully committed messages. But if it resonates, it resonates. I'll just put it like that. For some of you, you have found someone who you look at in the highest light. Like I said, they're really interesting. They're really this. They're really that. But one of you may be kind of playing games. Okay? So this can go two ways. Either you found someone new and they're great, but you're still dealing with an ex or kind of still dabbling in a situation with someone who you used to be in a romantic relationship with. And so that's causing you to be a little bit like this. Or vice versa. You're dealing with someone who looks great, but they're actually manipulative and controlling. I don't want to call them necessarily a liar. They just seem like someone who aren't what they seem. Like what's behind all of the glitz and glamour is something different than what you had expected. So there may be a little bit of a sense of control, or a little sense of like, you need to fall in these lines for this person to be happy. And I don't know how happy you'll be about that. So there could be an addictiveness to this person, because it does feel a little bit like attached. And again, if you're attached to someone that you've been attached to for a long time and it's affecting you making new relationships with someone more healthy, it may be time for us to give that person up. Yep. Maybe trying to put them on a chopping block, okay? Now, this can go the other way. I don't know if y'all saw my cat. I don't think y'all did, but she's so funny. On the other hand, it may be that you're dealing with this person and you realize that they're not what they seem, and you put them on a chopping block, okay? You cut them off. You know, y'all get into it. They being too controlling, and you just can't stand it. Or they may give you an ultimatum. For some of you, it may be an ultimatum as well, where they're just kind of like, look, if you're going to be with me, you're going to talk to me, you can't necessarily be doing all of that. So you got to figure out which one you want. That may come up too. So in your regular relationships, I'm picking up a relationship that feels like there's a little bit of an ego problem between you. This can be with a friend or a very close family member, or someone you see like a brother or sister, whatever. It feels as though you want to contact them, or you want them to contact you, but nobody's doing it. There's kind of like this space and this distance in between you, like this unspoken space between you. I don't know if someone said something rude, or if someone was distant, or I don't know if there's just some unspoken things going on. This month, you guys may decide to patch it up, or you just may just have the realization that you really miss this person and you want them in your life. So that may be something that comes up as well. It's a very small situation, but it feels like someone got offended. It feels like someone got offended. It feels like somebody got annoyed. It feels like something happened. Maybe you feel like they're ashamed of you, or they said something. I don't know. And that may come up, and you may feel like you need to address it, say something about it. But I think there's some ego going on either side, especially if you feel like they said something to you that you don't like. It's cool to stand on business, but I just wonder if they might have just told you too much truth, or vice versa. Okay, so that might be something that comes up as well. Maybe, and this also could be just a family member. You miss them, you want to talk to them, but you're not sure if they miss you and want to talk to you. Thank you so much for watching this reading, Sagittarius. Hope this helped. If it did, let me know in the comments. See you in the next one. Bye. Capricorn, welcome to your reading for May 2024. Let's get into these cards. I did pre-shuffle just so we can get started quickly, okay? So, you actually got 3 cards for your monthly message. The first card is adjustments are required. Third quarter moon. The second is communication is key. And a personal issue reaches resolution. What these 3 cards tell me, Capricorn, is that there's a need to have patience with yourself. There's a need to have patience with your situation and whatever is going on. There's also a need to communicate, not only with other people, but also with yourself, like having that honesty with yourself about your current situation. And also having faith that things are going to work out in your favor, even when they look bleak and you don't know what the heck is going on and how it's going to all turn out. Eventually it will, okay? So let's go ahead and get into your tarot cards. So first card out is the Knight of Pentacles upright. Then there's the 9 of Pentacles. Sorry, y'all, if it's blurry. I'm still working on that blur. 9 of Pentacles. And then we have the 5 of Pentacles in reverse, as well as the 5 of Cups. You may be seeing 555 a lot. Numbers with 5s in them, numbers with 9s in them a lot. If you have them, be sure to be looking them up. People, get into your angel numbers, or at least just learn what the general meaning of the numbers mean. I have a video about that too. Check it out. So I think that you all are kind of working towards some sort of financial security. I'm thinking more so getting a home, saving some money. There's something that you're trying to build or trying to work towards in the month of May. I feel like this has been going on for a while though. So that may be your main focus. Is almost like that's what's playing, but then there's like stuff going on in the background. There's a lot of issues going on with your self-worth, how you feel about your potential to get new opportunities, especially if you are looking for new jobs or looking for your purpose, or just reevaluating like what work means to you. Because I mean, obviously we have that joke that Capricorns love work or love, that career situation, which I'm sure some of you can agree that you do, but I think there's an element of not knowing what that looks like anymore. Whereas before you had a direction, a path, a certainty. Now things aren't necessarily as certain. For some of you, it's just that you've hit the end of the road of whatever your last goal was. So it's not necessarily that you're in a bad spot, but now it's like, okay, that season of my life is over. So what do I do now? So there's kind of like struggling back and forth with that. When we see the Five of Pentacles and the Five of Cups in different positions, but same energy, like look at them, they like, what the heck is going on? It's like self-pity and just kind of really harping on a situation and can't really see the positive in the situation, even if there is some. So like I said, there's this, not even a mask, it's like in the front, you're working hard, you're working towards something, you're pushing through day to day. In the background, there's kind of like fear, there's anxiety, there's questioning who you are and questioning what's going on. And that even may be showing up in your relationships as well for some of you too. Because sometimes when we're in these moods, we're also reflecting on who we are and like we're having all of these revelations. So that may be a good thing that's coming out of this. But I guess the message that I'm picking up really quick, Capricorn, is like, don't let that lead you into doing a bunch of random things or talking to different people. Like, just like kind of sit with what you learn without needing to get that confirmation or needing to make amends or the need to do something with it. Sometimes it's a matter of sitting with it, Capricorn, because after you've sat with it, you kind of learn something from it and then you know how to go moving forward. But if you immediately try to fix it, you'll take away from the lesson. I don't know who that was for, but that was for you. So moving forward, I do think with your message cards this month, things will work themselves out. You just have to make some adjustments. Maybe it is time for a new job. Maybe it is time to compromise on something that you originally didn't want to compromise on. Maybe it's just simply time to communicate. Okay, especially when it comes to a relationship, even a partnership. Maybe you've been allowing something for long enough, or putting your needs to the side. Maybe there's something that you feel like would be helpful for you, but you haven't necessarily asked your partner, your job, whatever the case may be. So it might be time to ask for the things you need. Okay, Capricorn? So let's get into your career. Let's clarify that. What does Capricorn need to know about their career and finances in May 2024? What will Capricorn experience in their finances? Spirit guides, make it abundantly clear for me. What will Capricorn experience in their finances? Thank you. First card out is Crown. Yeah. Crown says overcoming obstacles, power play, wealth. Then we have Butterfly. Sudden change, frivolous spending, short-term loan. Gold. Solid finances, investing, integrity, deep values. And then we have Nugget. Small increase, valuable info, honest assessment. Okay. There are multiple cards here that say you're going to overcome an obstacle. So if you're having a financial issue, Capricorn, or it doesn't even have to be an issue. If you're just trying to figure something out with your finances and your career, you do ultimately figured it out. You end up getting a job. You end up deciding on a certain direction. Maybe a loan gets approved, something of that nature. I just heard for somebody that something that was an issue just stops being an issue. So let's say you were worried about something work related. It just kind of like it fixes itself. Someone does their job and now you don't have to do it. Like it's something that just kind of fixes itself, so you no longer have to deal with it. But somehow, some way you come out of it. For some of you, like I said, your finances are solid. Money's good. The savings are good. Like things are fine. Like you're okay. You just probably want more, or some sort of change has happened. So now you're like I just heard for somebody, your goals have changed. Something that you wanted specifically. It's so specific. So like for some of you, if you wanted a certain job, you probably just changed your mind about what that job was, or changed your mind about what that goal was. and now you're going off into something else. But that means that changes how you achieve that goal. It changes what type of energy and money you're going to put into it. You know what I mean? So something like that may change. Some of you may feel like you changed your mind a lot lately, which is not, you know, your typical thing. So that might be annoying you as well. Or like things keep changing. So you may be solid and know what you want, but then it's like someone else changes their mind. Someone tries to give you a lesser price than what initially they said they would give you. Stuff like that. Okay, but there's some money coming in. I just think you're making some assessments about what you want ultimately in the future and how you're going to get it. I just feel like all of you are probably going towards more, like wanting more satisfying jobs and work, and want to be in places where you feel comfortable and not like weighed down, you know, or annoyed or too busy or whatever. Okay. Maybe even want your purpose. For some of you, I just heard wanting a place that has a lot of integrity. Like, you know, they tell you something, they mean it. They say they're going to give you an increase, they give it. Some of you may get a raise this month, but I wonder if you'll be satisfied with that too. Okay. All right, so careers that may be relevant to you, or things that are happening into your career. Being an owner or a boss, taking charge or making progress in your career. Banking, being in a long-term position. Being in the arts, doing temporary work, or doing something like fun. For some reason, I just picture somebody working at like one of those kids jumping places that have like the ball pits and stuff. Random, but that's a thing. Starting fresh, career building, and having steady work or looking for steady work. Okay, so let's get into your love and relationship. What does the zodiac sign Capricorn need to know about their love and relationships in May 2024? What does Capricorn need to know about their love and relationships in May 2024? Spirit, make it abundantly clear for me. What my Capricorns need to know about their relationships in May 2024? Okay. So there's rocking it. She rocking that thing like ooh, 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 ooh. Okay, on guard. There's playing the field. There's sleeping on it. And then there's gratuity. I'm going to speak generally because I can see a million situations. There's specific ones, but it may apply to you if you're in a relationship or if you're not in a relationship. For some of you, you may be very confident and happy. Like, even if you're single, you may be very clear about what it is that you want to see in your romantic relationships. There's a love, there's a seriousness, there's an attracting what you want from your partner or from yourself, or, you know, whoever comes into your life. So some of you may be playing the field. You may be getting to know people, taking multiple people out on dates, you know, being asked out on dates. So it's not that you don't have, like, things are good for the most part. Like, it's not like you don't have options. You may be being a little bit of a player. You may even be dealing with a player, but it doesn't really matter because you're more focused on yourself and your confidence and making sure that you're around the right people. But there's a sense of being a little guarded. There's a sense of kind of being strategic in the way that you communicate with these people, or anybody really for that matter. It's just feeling like there isn't any, I don't want to say there's no authenticity, but there's a little guardedness and a little bit of like, I'll tell you this, but I won't tell you that. I'll answer the phone, but I won't answer the phone. Like that could those kind of games being played. So that's something you may experience this May, or realize about yourself. Like, you're open to love, but not really. So that's for some of you. Also, be careful about self-sabotaging, especially if you're in this sad mode or in this inner mode where you just want to sleep and you just want to rest or you just want to mind your business. Just be careful about being very off-putting to your partner or your partners, not communicating, going ghost, those type of things. And again, you can do whatever you want. This is just a reading. I'm just saying be careful about it, simply because it could be sabotage. If you know you have a good thing, you don't want to stir the pot for no reason. If you're tired, tell them you're tired. If they, if you have an issue with how things are going in a relationship, let them know. That's better than kind of stringing them along or like playing any sort of games, or at least even making them think that you're playing games, because I think Capricorn, you're just focused on something else, but I think they may take it personally, or you may be taking something personally, so that may be a thing going on there. Be careful what you say. I don't want to say we can be careful, but just think before you speak this month as well, because there's a sharpness because you're feeling so confident and good and like sure of yourself. When you're around people at work or certain people who you don't usually speak to and who don't normally know how you speak, just make sure that when you say it, you're sure about saying it, and it's not something that you're going to ask yourself later, like, why did I say that? Because I don't think anybody would take you wrong. I just wonder if it's going to turn into something else. But otherwise, it looks very happy. It looks very fun. Relationships look good. You may even go to a concert or some sort of outdoor event. I feel like some type of game. There's like some positivities and some vibes, some high frequencies in general. I just think in the relationship sphere, there's like a little bit of closed offness. And I'm picturing someone who's in a relationship and like everything's fine for the most part, but there's like elements of it where you need something from your partner, but you're not saying anything. You need a break, but you're not saying anything. You're just kind of behaving in ways, and they're not necessarily understanding what's going on. They just think you're being weird. So communicate that. Okay, my love? But it looks like good vibes otherwise. That's all I'm saying for you, Capricorn. I hope this was helpful. See you in next month's read. Bye. Hey, Aquarius. Welcome to your May 2024 read. My name is Shay. I've already pre-shuffled because I want to cut out some of that shuffling. So let's go ahead and hop in. Your message for the month is adjustments may be required. There we go. And that is third quarter moon. With the third quarter moon card, Aquarius, it is a card pretty much self-explanatory that adjustments may be required. There are aspects to getting towards a goal or getting towards something that you want that need to be reevaluated, or maybe that you're reevaluating now. There's also a potential that things could be a lot of like out of order and crazy, and so you may be on the path of trying to make them a little less crazy, and that's more so the message that I'm feeling for you when it comes to May. So let's get into your tarot cards so I can explain that. So we have the Nine of Pentacles in reverse. We have the Magician card in reverse. And we also have the Seven of Swords in reverse. So there's multiple messages coming through here. First of all, I feel like what it feels as though is that something hasn't been working for you for a long time. So in May, it feels like you're on the path of trying to fix it. You're reevaluating your relationship with work, your relationship with money, what it is that you want to do in your career. But I feel like in a way you might be trying to rush that, Aquarius. There's kind of this energy of like, I want to hurry up and be healed. I want to hurry up and figure it out. I want to hurry up and be together and have my things together. So that may be making the process a little more unbearable than it needs to be. Now, in some cases, it may be understandable if you're like looking for stability, or if if you're uncomfortable in any way. But overall, in general, this is like almost a necessary situation. Something that you have to go through to ensure that you have the experience you're trying to have. Especially if like you want a level of success, you want to feel secure, you want to be, because sometimes it's not even about financial security. It can be emotional, mental security. It's not going to be an overnight process, and it's not going to be on your time or how you want things to be. So that may be something that's a little frustrating in the month of May, is wanting something to kind of be over or hurry up, or want to feel like you already got it and you know what you're doing and you're like trying to rush through it. So that may be a thing there too. There also may be some frustration getting something off of the ground. It may seem like every time you take a step forward with something and you make progress, it's like you almost take steps back, or someone causes you to take steps back. Because I'm sensing that there's some sort of manipulative character or someone that's not being fair in the situation. When we have the Seven of Swords in reverse, sometimes that's talking about us, right? That's talking about us not being honest with ourselves, and maybe us trying to take more than we're supposed to. And that could come up this month, Aquarius, but I really don't feel that. I feel like with you, it may just be that there's a little bit of an imposter syndrome, a little bit of, like I said, wanting to appear a certain way or wanting to hurry up and get something done. So there may be a tendency to like overlook certain aspects, which is causing problems for you. And also consider that maybe whatever you're trying to do is just not for you anymore, and it's time to try something different. The good news is there is something brewing from this, so it's not all doom and gloom. It's not like you're in the worst position ever. You're not. This feels more like this is a mental thing and like a frustration issue than it is like anything that's happening in your life. Because I think generally you're okay. You're doing fine. Things are cool. I just think it's something that you want to work on, that you're like, okay, hurry up. Okay. But just be careful about trying to manipulate the situation faster or in a way that doesn't benefit you, or being around people who try to do that as well. I just heard for somebody, you might be trying to be nice and leave space for something or someone, and they may not be ready for what you're trying to do. So that's another thing too. So let's get into your career. Let's see what's going on. What does Aquarius need to know about their career and finances in May 2024? What are Aquarius experiencing in May with their finances? Okay, good things. Gift. Okay, giving, receiving, sudden windfall, generosity. We have treasure. Sorry, y'all, I barely can speak with my braces. Worry-free finances, money in reserve, excess. Okay, we have also hand. Manifesting money, reach goals, financial assistance, overcoming obstacles, or crown. Okay, overcoming obstacles, power play, wealth, and then we have coins. Money coming in, wealth, and investment. So y'all see I got wealth multiple times there, okay? So I think money's coming in, right? I don't think that your finances are a big problem this month. For some of you, it could be a new job. For some of you, it's an approval on something that you've been trying to get. For some of you, it's overtime. I don't think the money itself is a problem for some of you. But I do think for some of you, there may be a little bit of a worry about money, or a little bit of worry about what you're getting back for the amount of work that you're putting in. And this doesn't even stop financially, because I feel like for some of you, you've made an investment in some way. That can be in therapy, that can be in a skill, that can be in school. So because you've made this investment, you're kind of like banking on it giving you something in return. Okay, so that may be something that's very important. It feels like someone who's just started betting or getting into like stocks, and they're like spending every single day on stocks and like it feels like something like that, like you've invested in something, so your mind may be very focused on that. Okay, there's gambling that may come up, and it doesn't have to mean literal gambling, but like kind of taking a chance on something this month when it comes to your career and finances. And also finding a lot of financial support. Like financial assistance is here in so many places. So somebody may give you some money, or you may be able to live off your savings or off of your your residual income, or like your side income. Something like that may really come through for you this month, okay? There also may be a gift or a vacation or something unexpected that may come in for you in the month of May. Someone may give you, I don't know. It feels like someone gives you a break, or like gives you relief in some way where you were worried or stressed about something. They may come through and help you, or they just may like play a part in your life. It's interesting because I feel like your career is good, but I still feel like it's something not satisfying about it. Maybe it's a purpose, maybe, or again, getting back in return what you've spent. And this doesn't mean like, okay, you put in hours and you want more money. It may just simply be like you've invested in a business and you're ready to see the dividends and the returns. You've been spending your money on this subscription and you're ready to see like what this subscription can do. Like that sort of thing. Something like that may come up in this month as well. Anywhoosie, careers that may be relevant: an executive, working in sales, planning, having a hidden talent, financial supports, financial assistance, having a surprise at work, vacation, being an owner, being a boss, taking charge, making progress, getting a raise, getting lucky. Again, sales comes up again, being in sales or trying to sell something. Finances, or being in finance. Help getting a job, and then doing hands-on work. Okay, so let's close with your love and relationships. What does Aquarius need to know about their love and relationships in May 2024? What does Aquarius need to know about their love and relationships in May 2024? Spirit, make it abundantly clear. So yeah, time. What my Aquarius is experiencing. One more. Thank you. First card out, glam it up. Glam it up, glam it up, glam it up, glam it up. Team Awesome. Cheers. And then taking a chance. I don't know if you guys are celebrating something or will be celebrating something, but I feel like this month in your relationships, or at least socially, you'll be getting dressed and ready to do something with other people. Getting out there, being stylish. There may be some type of like big event where you have to like head it, or like you're an important part of it, because it could be as simple as like you're a bridesmaid or a best man in a wedding, or you're hosting it. There's some type of event that's important this month, okay? And so you may be really focused on, you know, making sure you show up well, and or making sure everybody has a good time. That thing may be a very important detail. There's a lot of healthy, compatible relationships around you. So for some of you, you may just be in a healthy, happy relationship. Things are going good. For my paired Aquariuses, you and your partner may be like working out some issues that you've had. Like you guys have been actively working out your issues, so your connection with them may be very good this month. If you're single, there may be somebody new that comes in. You may even meet them at this event or this celebration. Okay, so it may be just like a very good connection. You guys get along, you start hanging out, everything's all good, and it's a good time. You may even go on a couple dates, okay? Be dating somebody this month. If you are shy about it, because for somebody specific, I feel like you see somebody, you see that they feeling you, it's good vibes, but you might be holding yourself back for some reason. This is a message to kind of go after it. Take the chance. You won't know unless you go for it. Socially in general, though, I think you're having a great time with other people. You're meeting new people. You're having great conversations. There's a sense of community. Again, I'm still going to warn against this like weird energy. I don't think someone's not up to any good. I just think they might be hiding aspects of themselves. So that may be something that comes up this month too in your relationships. Okay, my love? That's all I see for you, Aquarius. Thank you so much for watching this reading. I hope this helps. See y'all in the next reading. Bye. Hey Pisces, welcome to your May 2024 read. My name is Shay. We're going to hop right into it. I've already pre-shuffled the cards, so we can cut out all that shuffling. So your first card is your message for the month, and that is Cardinal Moon. Be bold and make the first move. The card is self-explanatory. This month is asking you or calling you or maybe even compelling you to take the lead in some situation where you may have been being passive and chill before. It may be time to actually go after what it is that you want. But for you, Pisces specifically, especially with you being a water sign and being very intuitive and very like sweet and all these wonderful things that we love our water signs for, there's this message of following your heart and your emotions. I feel like you have reached a certain level of clarity, a certain level of wisdom, and you kind of know what it is that you want next. So May is kind of like the world is your oyster a little bit. But let's get into your tarot cards. So first card out is the Hanged Man, upright. The Two of Swords, upright. And the Queen of Cups, upright. Another water sign may be relevant: Pisces, Cancer, Scorpio, or a cardinal sign: Aries, Capricorn, or Libra. Okay? Anywho, so with the Hanged Man, usually this card is kind of an encouragement to stop, relax, reflect. You know what I mean? Like give the universe a chance, give the spirit, God, whatever it is you believe in, giving you a chance to figure it out what it is that you want. But honestly, Pisces, for me, it feels as though you've kind of gotten, like, you're good in May. I feel like there's a positive energy of like you've done all you can do. You know what you need to know. Like there's a even if things aren't perfect how you want them to be, there's a sense of like taking a pause and being grateful anyway, or just being settled into whatever's happening. It doesn't feel complacent. It feels satisfied. And honestly, I ain't mad at that. That's the type of vibe that I'm getting from you. So you may have even taken some time off work, taken a break from something. If something was stressing you before, you're just kind of deciding that you're not going to deal with it. Like I feel like you may have came from April into May either having made a really big choice or decision or some type of change, and you're like okay with whatever that change is. Even if it's not that, for some of you, you just may be good. Like I said, I don't like, I feel like every reading we kind of expect these big changes, or we're expecting to hear something crazy or cool or whatever. But I think for you, Pisces, it just feels like I'm fine. Things are cool. Like I'm getting like a retired feel, or like a, you know, a break, a vacation. Like, okay, it is what it is. Now, something is boiling up in May, right? A choice, a decision. For some of you, it's going to look like people are pushing you or encouraging you to do something different, do something new. Maybe you're even starting to wonder if you should do something new or do something, you know, out of the ordinary, but you're not sure. I think for some of you, you're worried about breaking your peace because things are okay. You're kind of like, I ain't really trying to get into anything that's going to like make my life any more stressful or any more exciting than I want it to be. And not because, like I said, not because you're complacent, but because you're good. You know, now this can be at work, this can be emotionally, whatever, you're fine. So you don't really want to do anything to mess that up, okay? Or, because something else I'm picking up is that someone may be bringing this to you. Some sort of shady character, somebody with chaotic energy may try to come in and like make life a little more hard or a little more confusing for you than what you need it to be. But like, you know what needs to be done, right? Now, whether this is cutting this person out, whether this is going after the opportunity anyway, taking the leadership role if that's what's being asked of you, whatever the case may be, like you have to trust yourself to know that you know what it is that you're doing. Okay, so your intuition may come into really big play this month. Being more in tune, trusting yourself more. And again, just kind of leading with your heart. So heavy message to follow your heart. Like heavy message to follow your heart. But also that doesn't mean play the background either. You see what I'm saying? Because you may mistake your mind, your anxious mind, for your heart. No. Follow what your emotions are telling you to do. And I think you ultimately end up doing that and end up being much more happier for it. Okay, so let's see what's going on in your career and finances. What does the zodiac sign Pisces need to know about their career and finances in May? What is going on with Pisces finances in May 2024? What is going on with Pisces finances in May 2024? Thank you. Okay. Sword. It says money conflicts, cutting corners, breakthrough. Then we have Crown. Overcoming obstacles, power play, wealth. Nugget. Small increase. Valuable information, honest assessment. And we have gold. Solid finances, investing, integrity, deep values. Okay, Pooh? There might be some conflicts, some money conflicts this month, but I don't even really think that it's money conflicts. I just wonder if it's like career conflicts, because there might be something you want to do or spend your money on or try or get into, but you're not really sure if you should. But I think overall you ultimately end up figuring out that it's for you. I just heard for somebody, you may want to know the results or like how successful something will be before you even get involved in it. But this is one of those things where you kind of just got to go for it in order to see. So trying to like cut any corners or trying to like, I don't know, find a shortcut to figure it out is not really going to work if that's what you're on. Okay. So money may come in. Definitely solid finances, definitely some good investments if that's what you're looking into, if you're trying to invest your time. But I do think you're going to have to show up in ways that you're not used to showing up. Like I said, if it's a career, if it's a job and they're asking you to be a promotion or somebody needs to take a lead, it may be you. You may have to do that in order to see what you're trying to see. For somebody, if you're in between careers, there's one that's comfortable and there's one that makes you happy. So we know we got to get out of our comfort zone. Does that mean you need to completely jump ship right now? Not necessarily. But it does mean that we have to try. Someone may pull the seniority card this month too. on you, or maybe you on a situation. They may put their seniority or like their experience card, but it feels like a lot to learn and a lot to gain from this month as long as you go after it. Okay, I don't see too much there, I'm not gonna lie, Pisces. So let's get into what careers are maybe important. So there's law and order, there's taking a pay cut, there's defense, there's being fired. I don't really sense that. I feel like you're more likely to quit than be fired. But hey, other careers, you could be an owner or a boss, taking charge, making progress. You could have a fresh start in your career, steady career building. You can be in banking, long-term position, or you can be in a more satisfying work, or being in work that you're actually satisfied with. Okay, so let's go ahead and switch gears to your love and relationships. What does Pisces need to know about their love and relationships in May 2024? What does the zodiac sign Pisces need to know about their love and relationships in May 2024? What does Pisces need to know about their love and relationships in May 2024? Anything else? What will Pisces experiencing in their relationships? All right. First card out, sorry, not sorry. As this card came out, I started hearing, is it Sorry by Beyonce? I ain't sorry, I ain't sorry. That song. And then we have Taking Out the Trash. We have Just So Done. And then we also have Stork. Okay. There's a couple ways this can go, Pisces. So for some of you, you may be cutting someone off. I feel like I'm giving very much so breakup energy. For some of you, it wasn't really a serious relationship. It feels like a relationship that you were taking serious, but the actions of this other person, or like lack thereof, you may get sick of in the month of May, and you may decide to go and cut them out because they are not, like, it's not even that they're immature, they're just not doing what you need them to do. There's a lot of responsibility they may be putting on you, or like they're not doing their share, they're not doing their part, they're not doing their part in the home, they're not doing their part in the relationship, something like that, and you may decide that you're done with this person. This also can be because it feels also like a friendship, or maybe like someone external, because I'm picturing like someone trying to have a conversation with you, and you kind of being like, you know, like you having like an apathetic attitude towards them, mostly because they kind of disappointed you. They promised things, they overpromised, and they didn't show up. You know, maybe you find that you're constantly dealing with an issue with this person, so you might just kind of be very apathetic towards them when they try to come apologize or try to come talk to you. And for some of you, it's going to be as simple as like a coworker or somebody. They're talking to you and you're just kind of like, I'm sick of you, please stop talking to me, like that sort of thing. And then for others of you, there's just like a need to kind of clear out your energy, clear out your space, clear out what things are going on. So even if you're not going through a breakup, there might be a little bit of like testiness floating around that you need to like heal and clear up and be done with. Because I do think for the most part, you're like in a happy, pleasant state. So anything that brings like drama, discontent, clutter, chaos, you're trying to get rid of so that you can get ready into this spring. Like you're healing. So you may be open and willing to having some sort of compassionate conversation with someone, some understanding conversation, but I don't know if it'll result in like making amends, not fully. Like even if it does, I don't know if it'll be the same between you two, because they're just kind of like, it's time for something different. We can't keep doing this. Okay. And it feels like someone's like dragging drama back into your life a little bit too. Like it feels like there's something going on in the home. It's like somebody's like a family member, somebody coming to stay with you, or like there's like an energy of like somebody coming back around, and then they kind of cause like they got like an attitude problem. It's like something like that may be going on too, that's kind of getting on your nerves. So you may have to put a stop to that and kind of start talking about that. If there's anything that you're harping on from the past too, that it may be time to address that this month as well. But yeah, something's being taken out, but also added to your life as well. So something could be coming back in. This can be a baby. This can be just new family, good news. Yeah, it's like as you're taking something out, somebody comes back in. Something comes back in. It doesn't feel romantic. It just feels like there's a new element to your social life that wasn't there, let's say, a month or two ago. Okay, my love? But that's all I'm seeing in your cards. I hope you have a fantastic May, and I will see you in the next reading. Bye.